where our veterans' voices are heard. MBR Talk.
Hey, thanks for supporting our channel by watching and listening.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Yeah. NY born, NY built.
What is up, yo?
Vanilla
Happy
Gorilla
Sunday,
Big Dog.
Another Sunday
Untouchables.
with
Let's
your
go.
favorite
Step in the
hostess
ring like kings
with
of the block.
mostest.
Gorilla grip, big dog, never stop. Iron in the veins, no gimmicks, no props. This is hard work, black top and body slops. Ain't no flash, just fists and fake. We run through ropes like we run through
It
gates.
can't be. This is crazy. And if nobody at home knows who this guy is, this is the big dog. And he did get a tip from the Brooklyn Prodigies earlier on that they had travel issues, but not due to them being scared or anything like that. But oh my gosh, the vanilla gorilla and the big dog and the untouchables just inserted themselves into this tag team.
Elbows harder than a steel trash can. One shot, knock 'em flat on sight. Two beats spread for the spotlight fight. They can talk tough, bark loud all night, but in the ring, we bite and we bite right. We are untouchables, NY bred. Two fists swinging, leave legends dead. Joey bring the rage, Dave bring the brain. Together we storm like a runaway train. Untouchable, New York style. We don't tap, we make 'em snap.
Yo, what is up? What is up? It's another Sunday fun day here with Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod, your favorite podcast on all streaming networks. Check us out all over.
Yes, when you guys see this, this is recorded. You've already seen the interview that was live earlier today with El Gato Negro. Depending on when you see this, you have already seen it. And here we are recording this episode.
So, we are going to be bringing up a friend of ours, Hyman's.
And we're smoking Grouchy Monkey
Grouchy
Cigars.
Monkey Cigars.
This is the Shipwrecked Monkey we are smoking. There's a brand that's been making waves, I'll tell you that, because I have heard a lot about them from quite a few different people. So
He's been making a lot of waves
yes,
since he started.
there's been waves.
2019, I believe
No.
it was.
He said
No.
the end of 24.
2024.
So he's only a year-old company, basically.
So this is the second
year.
The second year, and the second company we had on that's less than a year old.
So
let's kick it in with the interview of the week.
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
What is up? What is up? Let's bring in the CEO, the founder, the president, the godfather himself, Mr. Hyman. How you doing today, sir?
Hey, great, gentlemen. Thanks for having me today. Glad to be here.
thank you for coming on. We appreciate it.
I know it's been hard, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started doing cigars, my brother.
So it starts way back as a child for me. My father smoked cigars, and that smell just stayed with me. Then basically, by trade, I'm a professional pilot. I fly a private family around, and we do some charters and stuff. And over 20 years of flying, I've been traveling, obviously, all around and basically visiting lounges everywhere I go. And something was stuck inside me and wanting to, originally I wanted to have a lounge, and eventually I wound up, creating my own blend. We're in Miami, so we're in a cigar haven. There's plenty of cigar manufacturers here. Most of the companies are down here as well, and developed a blend. And, I wound up making this logo and coming up with this and basically taking it from there. And now my passion's really with cigars and tobacco.
So tell me, how did you come up with the name Grouchy Monkey and all the different cigars that you have?
So the Grouchy Monkey starts with our rescue dog that we had, and she was a black mutt, and we referred my fiance and I to her as Monkey Butt all the time. And she just
Right.
had a bitchy resting face. So she somehow we came up with Grouchy Monkey, and it stuck. And I wanted something different. I didn't want to be another Casa de la Zega type of thing entering the market. So
Right.
we came up with the monkey, and it stuck, and it's the brand from here on out. So
I mean, it's definitely a good branding aspect because there's so much you could do with it as far as the name.
Right.
You know, as far as whether you change it and you go not change the name, but you go from the logo you have, you could do a special release and have it be something completely different, but it'll still fit your name.
yeah, we're having, I mean, listen, the best part of this is the artistic part. I never knew I really, first of all, had entrepreneurial spirit, but once I started in the business, everything is about learning as I go. I want it to be authentic. I don't come from a cigar family, you know. We basically contract with a fabulous factory that makes the cigars. I want it to be authentic. And I want to make sure that we're having fun with everything we do. And if we're not, you know, then I have to take a
Right.
look at things and reevaluate.
So let me ask you this. So when you came up with this name, Grouchy Monkey, and you decided to start your own brand, who, if you don't mind, who is the factory in Esteli, and how did you come up with all these different cigar brand names and things like that?
So it starts for me in a search, and I started here in Miami, and I visited with several factories down here with small factories. I tried lots of blends. And I just didn't find what I was looking for. So I started initially with farmhouse blends, but um, eventually made contact with Miguel Pinto, who actually owns a couple lounges here, but he owns MGE Factory, which is a small cigar factory in Nicaragua. He's an amazing blender and an even better person, just a terrific guy. And it's been everything with him from that point on. And in reference to coming up with names, we just basically have fun with it. Like the Shipwreck is my fiance's cigar. She came up with all the artwork, all the colors, what she wanted in the cigar. And again, just having fun with everything.
You know, this cigar that we're smoking is the Shipwreck, as you can see.
That's the one we decided to.
That's the one we decided to smoke
because we knew it was one of your newer releases. So
we're both smoking it.
and now I will say I did smoke from the Jungle Land series. I smoked the Habano.
Yeah, I'm doing the Connecticut right now.
What we have right here too.
Yeah.
Just here. That cigar was actually very good. It wasn't overly powerful, but it had the complex, as I call it, like the complex transitions and flavors that you look for. But at the same time, it wasn't an overly complex done cigar that you sometimes see in the market.
And in regards to the Jungle Land, I went forward with that cigar, and that was our first real launch. That's our flagship, shall we say? I didn't want an overly complex cigar. I came up with the idea when I smoke a Padron 1000 series, like the 3000 and stuff like that. It has a very consistent beginning all the way to the end in the cigar.
Right.
And that's what I wanted. I didn't want these cigars to be overly complex. I'm not personally a fan of cigars that are too complex, and I wasn't looking for strength. I wanted the Maduro, for instance, to be the flavor of a Maduro wrapper. I wasn't looking, I feel like a lot of people, cigar companies, just go for powerhouses, and that's not necessarily what we were looking for.
Kind of what you're doing right now, bud.
Whoa. Wow. That retro hell. Holy shit.
Yeah. So that's the most complex cigar we have. And look, I didn't want to just make a barber pole for looks. I wanted Miguel to make me a barber pole that actually had substance. You know what I mean? That was actually a great cigar.
it's funny because we actually had the conversation of a barber pole cigar with Terrence from Aganorsa
2 weeks ago.
a couple of weeks ago, and we had the same conversation of when you get barber poles, they're either not blended properly or they're just kind of a blend that they tossed an extra wrapper on to see how it goes.
That's it.
Where along with them did the barber pole, but then took the time to blend it with both wrappers as well.
Right. And
And
it's the
that's not something
combination.
exactly, and that's not something you see because it's just like people do them just to do them and get them in the market where there's no time taken behind it.
Yeah. Well, if I could be mentioned in with Aganorsa Leaf, I'm doing good because they are
Oh man.
amazing. Amazing
So
cigars.
Wow. That retrohale is
so
that retrohale is like a spice bomb.
so let me ask you this question. So
It's good though. I
when
like
you
it.
started making cigars, before you wanted to get into your own business, because we've done this too for the last 4 years. We were supposed to get into opening a lounge, but then it fell through, and then this one opened one, and they fell through after 2 years. This one opened, they fell.
Handle this.
So the thing is this: so how and when did you decide, rather than open a lounge, you rather just do your own cigars?
Well, it started with the reality that I couldn't basically put the time in to a lounge because of having to travel. And I
Right.
didn't even make the blend thinking I was going to go into business, but the first blend, I did it more as an experience. And again, listen, I'm not a master blender. Okay, when you go to a cigar factory, they have people who are way better blenders than myself. You go in and you tell them what you're looking for, and then you try different tobaccos and come up with a blend that way. So it's like let the surgeon do surgery, let the, pilot fly the airplane type of thing. Do what you do best, and the factories are very good at what they do.
Right. So your average price of cigars goes from what to what, and where and how can somebody find them? Can they order them from you? Do they have to order from a store? I've seen, since you and I have been talking, because I found you on Instagram and Facebook, and I appreciate you jumping on here again. So my buddy Coop ordered cigars from you, and we seen them the other day, and I was like, wow. And that's when I said to that was 2 weeks ago I seen him. And then that's after I got your cigars. He goes, bro, if you never had these, you got to try them. I said, I got them. I got to smoke them. I can't smoke every day now because I told you I caught a little bit of a stroke. So this is only my second cigar out of this week. So I guess what I'm saying is, what is your average price of your cigars, and where can people find them?
All right. Firstly, mostly online at my store at grouchymonkeyscigars.com now. We are in the Black Box Cigar Club, and I'm probably looking at getting into other cigar clubs to start, maybe a few select lounges. But I haven't ventured out into trying to build a strong wholesale business yet. One step at a time. I want to do everything properly. I want to keep control and quality the way it should be. And in regards to price, basically we were at the range of like $6 to $16 for our niche cigar, which is a Candela wrapper called the Distinguished Ape. That's our more expensive cigar because of the Candela and because it has tobacco from Ometeep. But basically, we have, a Gordo 6x60, which is the Funky Monkey, which people love, and that's about a $6 stick. The Jungle Land's about $12, something like that. The Shipwreck, I wanted to be under $10 on the Shipwreck. And what I'm thinking going forward is really good price points on everything. because I feel like
Correct.
you shouldn't have to pay 17, 18, $20 or more for a great cigar.
Correct. And that's the thing. Like here in New York, it's 75% sales tax. So if you're charging $10 up here, obviously it's going to go up to 75%. So it's going to cost us about 15, which ain't bad. That's you know, that's an average going cigar up here. But then, you know, you have people that charge $25. Like, you know, let's say you're charging that price, and then all of a sudden you come out with a stick and it's $25. So now up here it's going to cost me 35. And I'm gonna be honest, Hyman, I don't pay over $20 for a stick. It could be the best stick in the world. You could tell me that this stick is worth $50, and I'm gonna tell you that's nice. You can keep that stick for $50 because I'm not paying $50 for a
I'm
cigar.
like you. I just smoked an Opus X the other day just to do it. You know what I mean? I've never smoked an Opus X. It was in California, so it was about $45 for a stick. And after I said, "What did I just spend $45 on?" I could have got 3 good sticks instead of that. But you know, there's people out there who just want to think that expensive means good, and that's not necessarily the case.
Yeah. Expensive means good is not always the case.
Right.
That is
So, you know,
that's the biggest misconception in the cigar world, I feel.
that
I-
you know, the biggest sticks doesn't mean it's gonna cost you $80. It's gonna cost you $60. It's got to be what the consumer likes and what the guy that's making the cigar likes. The guy, the gal, whomever, they have to be able to say, you know, this stick is so good that I'm not going to charge $50. I'm going to charge $20. So $20. Will I pay $25 if I think the cigar is good? If I had it before, yes, I will. Will I pay $25 if I never had the stick? No, I will not.
No, and that I think too, a lot of it goes back to brand loyalty. You know, as far as like the expensive cigars, people will pay for, you know, an Opus X or
Well, that's what he was just saying. He just smoked an Opus X, and he goes,
yeah.
"What the hell have I just done? I could have bought 3 better cigars than
You
this."
could have bought 3, 4, 5, 6, depending on how expensive you went. And that's, you know, that's why I tell people is like, you know, you can get an expensive cigar. I said, but then, you know, look at the price point. I said, if it's $60 or $70, I said, yeah, welcome to the club.
Wow.
Yeah, welcome to the Retro Hell Club.
Yeah. Well, I don't. It's either 2 things I could do. One, I can try and be so exclusive and be available to 15% of the cigar market, or I can have everybody be able to smoke our cigars. That's what I want. I want everybody. Guy who drives a truck, he's struggling. He wants to go out and buy a cigar. He should be able to spend $10 and get a good cigar. That's what we're trying to do.
100%. And that's kind of what I look at it too, especially like now being, you know, kind of so involved in the boutique world as far as like podcasting and everything else goes. You know, I've seen companies put out cigars that are $30, $35 a cigar, and I'm like, what are you doing? Well, new company. I'm like, I know you're new. I'm like, but you know, you're only appealing to a certain audience.
Correct.
Yes, and you're not appealing to the everyday guy or the, you know, the everyday guy who is promoting you on his social media and stuff like that, because they're not going to buy your cigar as an everyday cigar.
Right.
You're going to be that once a month or once a year or a couple times a year for a celebration. And that's if they even like your cigar.
You know, Jaime,
Where like you have, and I seen it on your website, you have the 6x60s, the 4-pack for $32.
Yeah.
very, very cheap.
You know, or $33, whatever it is. And there's everyday guys that can, you know, afford your 4-pack or even your sampler pack for $80, where you're getting the 7 cigars or 8 cigars.
So,
and the
you know,
shipwreck is
like you said,
$48 for 5 cigars, and it's
That's
a
really-
great cigar. I consider it a super premium cigar.
You know, and I can see that because it's you don't have when you cut your cigar, you're not spitting out tobacco. The burn is even for the most part, obviously depending on the wind or how. But like I've let it sit. I went up to the bathroom. I went inside, and I still can.
Where we've had cigars, I mean, where
I can still puff away on the cigar, like it was never, it was never.
Where we've had cigars where I sat it down, I went outside to do something to my car, and I came back, light it, and I'm like, why do I gotta keep relighting a cigar? I can see if I let it down for like 20 minutes, that's fine, but I let it down for like 10 minutes and came back to smoke it, and I had to relight it.
Right.
After that, if I relight a cigar more than twice, I just let it go out because my thing is, if you're a cigar maker, and I say the maker, then you should be able to make a cigar where if I sit down for 10 minutes, it's not going to go right out. You understand? And that's my point. We
That's
had
all
guys
about the factory.
Correct.
Right.
We had guys on here. Yep.
Yeah.
And we had guys on the show that have never done this before. Never done a podcast, never done anything. They just send you cigars, we'll talk about it, blah, blah, blah. So let me ask you this question.
Sure.
So you being a cigar maker, are you making the cigars for you or are you making them for the consumer?
So initially, the Jungle Land was 100% made for me. And I figured, listen, I'm going to go in the cigar business. If I'm going to make a multi-$1,000 investment in a quantity of cigars, I better love them, right? If I'm going to smoke them all myself, you know what I mean?
Right.
I better love them. So, yes, the first initial Jungle Land was made for me. Like I said, I talked about the Padron 1000 series. I wanted the Habano to smoke like that and be consistent throughout and use that same blend with a Connecticut wrapper and then with the Maduro wrapper. So that was, yes.
And it's funny you say that because, the guy we were just interviewing earlier today, he said the same thing is, they were blended for him because, like he said, if they don't you have to shut down for whatever reason, you're stuck with those cigars. And if you
I'd
don't
be
like
stuck
them,
with good cigars, exactly.
and that's what he said. I'd rather be stuck with cigars that I'll enjoy. Cigars I'm never going to touch.
Right. Now, moving on in the future, I started to see what the consumer would want. So that's why when we get to the Shipwreck and the Funky Monkey, I'm not particularly a fan of 6x60. But again, as a business, I have to make things that the consumers want.
Right.
So is this your first on live interview or no?
I've done a few. But I got to say, yours is pretty impressive. I love the intro. So,
well, thank you.
Very well done.
That's courtesy of our producer in Colorado. He actually, so the song you heard, he wrote, and he just put it to AI to rap it, and then he put all of the clips in it. But I'm actually gonna update it a little more and put some more clips in there that I have in my vault, so to say, to add into our intro so that there's more in there. But he wrote that whole song for us. He sent it to me and was afraid that I wasn't gonna like it.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know if you like this, but I wrote this for you. He was like, and I sent it to AI. Let me know what you think. As soon as I heard the first beginning of it, and then I heard the lyrics start to go behind the music, I was like, you have something here.
So now, the one that we're smoking, you said is your wife's cigar, right? Like this is what she blended and stuff.
Well, yeah, I wanted to get her involved, and I said, listen, why don't you help me design that cigar? And actually, it came up with an interesting storyline a little bit behind that. So monkeys were actually, back in the days when they were taking tobacco from Cuba on the old tall ships to Spain and Europe,
Right.
they had monkeys on board, and they considered monkeys not a pet, as actually a crew member, and because they could climb the mast and they were able to see land or pirate ships
Right.
and stuff like that. So we came up with a real funny story about how the monkey got shipwrecked with tobacco and became the island's cigar producer and roller and, grower, and came up with just having fun with it, The shipwrecked monkey.
You know what? It's a really great cigar. And I said to Joey, I said, you know
Even
what?
I like the band work, like the having the monkey up top and then a little ship on it as well. There's a nice little like attention to detail kind of touch behind it.
Correct. And, it's like I said to Joey, I said, for a guy that I met on Instagram and I told him and everything else, I said, I hope he does really well with it. And then I was I wasn't on the live, I was in the comments, and the Great Lakes Smokes was smoking your 5-pack. They divided it up. There was 3 of them, and they were dividing it up. And he goes, "Oh, I'm smoking a shipwreck." I said, "Yeah, he's going to be on the show soon." I said, "Right now, he's probably over your house." He goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "He's flying." He goes, "Flying?" I said, "Yeah, he's a pilot." He goes, "And he does this." I said, "He does it all." I said, "Just like me and Joey." But so let me ask you, how did you come up with the way your design looks on all your
bands as far as like the logo?
Like the logo and everything else?
Yeah, so it started with the monkey, and I had an artist at that time prior to AI. She probably used AI, to be honest with you, but I wanted that monkey with the cigar and the Panama cap, and she nailed it on the first shot. And everything after that is about having fun with the brand. Coming up with ideas, the name, like we're going to do basically a 25-pack of a much less expensive cigar. And we're going to call it the Mystic Monkey. And it's going to be available in bundles and affordable on top of it. Trying to, branch out there and experiment with some things. Great tobacco. I've already smoked like 10 of them already and came up with a real simple blend. Going to do it in like a Corona size, like a 44 by 5.5, 6, something like that. In a bundle of 25 for like maybe $68, something like that.
Wow.
And again, we want to, this communication we're having. I mean, you guys are in a different part of the country. This is the beauty of it all. This is where we get to light up, go face to face, talk about what we love. Couldn't be better.
All right. So on that note, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back with Heyman.
Boom.
I was broken for a while, a drop of blood for every mile I'm on. I took all that they gave and lived to fight another day. But if today is all I get, I'll make my mark and you can bet that I'll never surrender. On this life, and I'll never surrender.
from this life. I can't change the past, but I can change how the story turns. 'Cause it's not mistakes that make us, but the lessons learned. Because what doesn't kill me will make me stronger in the end. And I'll never surrender on this life. And I'll never surrender on this life. And even if I fall, I'll get back up, standing tall again, with a medal on my chest. God knows I've done my best, because what doesn't kill me will make me stronger in the end. And I'll never surrender on this life. 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 On this life.
All right, we're here. I don't know what happened. It froze. We got kicked off. Whatever. We're here. We're back.
So, I mean, let me ask you this. You and I spoke offline. I want to say, how is your daughter-in-law?
Say that again.
You and I spoke offline. How's your daughter-in-law doing?
Oh, my daughter-in-law. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you people maybe even saw in the news up there. She was picked up, just stopped randomly, and basically she was picked up by ICE, and she's in the country legally. Her parents brought her here when she was younger. So basically, you know, we have an attorney who's actually a guy I know from growing up, and he's working on it. We hope to have her out hopefully the beginning of the week, but I mean, it's a mess.
I was gonna say it's got to be crazy to try to deal with too.
I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
it's she's a surgical tech working in a hospital. You know what I mean?
That's
She's
insane.
you know, you're dealing with that. You're dealing with your regular job. You're dealing with, you know, your cigars. So let me ask you again. So, what is the next step that you're going to do besides helping her to put your cigars out there some more besides the
Okay.
internet and all that?
So basically, it's to grow the business. My long-term goal is to eventually move a little further north into Florida and get a property where I can have my own building on the property and have the cigars there, actually have rollers in-house. Um, don't know, that's a ways away. But right now, for growing the business, we're doing podcasts. We're trying to step out and do some shows. We will be doing the Orlando Boutique Festival on Saturday. Next month is the Miami Cigar Festival. We're
Okay.
already signed up for that one. We're looking at doing the Jacksonville and the NOLA Cigar Festival as well.
Okay. So now I'm gonna throw this out there because we do it to everybody. So TPA is Tobacco and Pipe Association.
Tobacco Products
Yes,
Association.
sorry, Tobacco Products Association. That's what.
There's their logo right there in the top corner.
In the top corner of the screen, that's the logo. So we belong to that. Ish is a good friend of ours. I talk to Ish 3 times a week. He owns BAMF, ROCF Cigar.
He owns those over here, and I believe in Spain and everywhere else he owns a few different companies. He makes companies for he makes cigars for over 200 and something companies.
Yeah, I actually was interested. I joined a Zoom and I wasn't sure what I was joining. I thought it was just like a HERF just the other night. And it turns out it was a meeting of the Tobacco Products Association. And we're going to definitely get involved with it.
I would say it's definitely as far as, because it connects. So basically what they do to kind of explain it a little easier is they connect brand owners with factory owners, and then all of you guys with media and retailers and consumers.
I was interested in seeing Ish because I basically I love Dominican tobacco, and I would actually like one day to produce an all Dominican cigar. So again, these are about the relationships that we make.
Ish would be the guy to do that because he has tobacco that not a lot of people have. He has Turkish, he has Irish, he has Italian, Transylvanian, Spanish. Jesus, the list goes on and on and on of tobaccos he has. Yeah.
We met Ish through the internet, like we met you. Ish and I became really good friends because Joey, he's on the internet, but he's not like
actually.
Call you up on the phone.
We met Ish during COVID.
Right, and then Ish was doing an event up here in Jersey, and we were supposed to meet him on a Saturday.
We were supposed to do our show with him on Sunday. He called us on Wednesday or Thursday.
He called us on Tuesday.
Oh, that was it. Instead, I'll be in Jersey in Brick Township on Friday or Saturday.
No, he'll be there Friday.
He got there Friday,
and he says, make sure you're here Friday. I said, well, it's already Thursday.
No, we got there the day of his event, which was Saturday.
Right. He goes, no, we got there Friday night, Saturday, and then Saturday was his event, and then Sunday we did the thing.
Was it Friday? Maybe it was Friday. He got there Saturday. I forget.
He calls us up and he goes, yo, I said, what's up, man? He goes, I'll be in Bricktown on Friday. I said, okay. He goes, I'll see you Friday. I said, he goes, I'll see you on Friday.
Yeah.
On the phone. So I called Joey. I said, guess what? You're not going to work Friday. He goes, what do you mean? I said, we got to head to Brick Township.
No, you know what? No, it was Saturday because remember we were supposed to go down Friday night, but he changed the event to Saturday. We went down Saturday, did the event Saturday during the day and at night, came back Sunday morning, did the show in the cigar lounge Sunday morning, helped him pack up, and we left with some goodies that day, and then went to lunch. After lunch, He went his way and hit the road to go back to Florida with his roller. We turned around and hit the highway and headed home. Meanwhile, we did all this in the middle of winter. There was
Oh,
like 3 fucking feet of snow on the ground, and we drove from here all the way out to the Jersey Shore.
So,
oh wow. I go to Teterboro all the time. So I visit
Oh, that's not
lounges there.
Teterboro's not that far.
it's only like an hour.
Teterboro's only an hour or two.
Yeah.
Next time you're coming up, let us know, bro. We'll show
If
you
it's
around.
if it's an over the weekend type of thing or whatever, let us know.
100%. I would love to meet
Come
up.
down and visit your hangout. So let me ask you, have you done any events in New Jersey?
I didn't hear you again. The mic's closer to Big Dog than you. So
Have you done any events in Jersey?
any events? Actually, the Orlando Boutique Cigar Fest is our first event we're doing. I can hear you just perfectly, but
Yeah, he had his mic clipped to his sleeve, so I told him to put it up here where mine is.
So will you be willing to do any events in Jersey if me and Joey can get you in to a place where you can do an event?
I would love that. I think it's a great community up there, great cigar community. It's really great. Listen, I've been to Jersey so many times and New York, and I found it from those different lounges I've gone to. Excellent cigar community. I would love to break in. I'm actually in a
That was on him.
What the hell just happened?
I think his Wi-Fi went out.
Well, guys,
Let's take a
quick commercial.
we're gonna take an impromptu commercial break while that gets fixed.
Beach blonde baby, sing another song. You're hungry and you need to feed it now. Go and find a place to call your own. Your own.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, there we go. All of a sudden, you just went black on our screen.
Yeah, I went to a music video somehow, but I'm back. Welcome.
All
Well,
right, so let's get back
yes.
to what you were saying about the cigar lounges.
So you said you're in talks with a lounge, I guess you were saying, as before
Well,
the
yeah, I'm
screen
already
decided to go black.
one lounge godfather. He was a retired pilot, so he took our products in. I'm basically eventually going to want to get into lounges, but I'm not thinking so much yet. I'm going to do the boutique cigar clubs for now. I want to be able to keep the quality controlled the way it should be. I
Right.
don't want to ever get to the point where I'm just trying to sell sticks.
So let me ask you this: being that you're eventually looking to get into lounges, like you said, quality wise, when people order from you as a retailer, or let's just say a smoke shop, or somebody wants to order your product, do you have a minimum order that they have to
No.
carry, or can they order just one box and see how it goes?
So all the times I've been visiting lounges everywhere I go, I talk to the clients, but I also talk to the owners. I want to know what, and this is before I ever got in the business. Like I want to know what's involved with owning a lounge. And they say
Right.
sometimes some of the big companies can be a little difficult to deal with. That's not ever going to be the case with me. No minimum order. You want to have some cigars on your shelves, I welcome it, and I'll sell to them at wholesale pricing, basically.
Okay.
but no type of restrictions. I don't like restrictions put on me. So why should I put them
Right.
on anybody else?
No, and that's 100% true. And we ask that because we've had some boutique companies. They're like, well, you have to take 3 facings, and it's just one of, if they have Connecticut, Habano, and Maduro, they want you to take one of each. But then 95% of the people we interview there's no minimum. We recommend our top sellers, and they just choose from that list for their clientele.
Doesn't it
If
make more
they
sense?
have and it does, because if you have a clientele that likes something like the shipwreck monkey, where it has the bite on the retrohale, and it's got that burn, and it's got that complexity, then they may go just for this.
Right.
But that's not to say, if that doesn't sell out, they might up this to 2 boxes or 3 boxes, and then maybe bring in your jungle, or your jungle land line, which is the Connecticut, the Habano, the Maduro, stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, you want to cater to all of your clients.
Yeah. I
To the
just
people
don't believe
just
in
coming in.
restrictions.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If they want it, listen, it's a compliment. If they want to carry my cigars, they can carry whatever cigars they choose. So,
By the way,
yeah.
the draw on your cigars, even with the box press, the draw is very effortless, and that's something I like in my cigars when I'm smoking them, because I don't feel that I'm essentially, yeah, I'm not trying to puff so hard that to get no output as far as that goes.
Yeah, I hate having a cigar. It ruins the whole experience if it doesn't draw right.
It does.
Yeah.
So now, let me ask you, you being a pilot and traveling as much as you do, because I spoke to you and you said, I got to go, I got to get on a plane, whatever. And, you're traveling all these hours, and then when you land, do you go, you obviously you got to go to a hotel and change your clothes. But when you do that, do you go and change and go, oh, let me go smoke a cigar and go to a cigar lounge, or do you find a spot outside the hotel, or how does that work?
Well, definitely. I'm one who wants to get one lit right away. So while my co-pilot and flight attendant are finishing up the plane, sometimes I'll light it if it's or get to the hotel room. I like hotels that have a balcony if I can, because I can sit out on my balcony. I got to have a cigar and coffee. And me, I pray and
Yes.
do some readings in the morning. That's like the best cigar of the day, is that first cigar to me. But I do visit lounges everywhere I go. I don't want to sit around a hotel room when I'm somewhere.
Right.
We, Joey and I, sometimes in the summer we'll travel, we'll go out and see my buddy Matty, who's one of my best friends in the world. He works for Drew Estate, and him and Drew are like best friends. Like when I tell you best friends, there was only like 50 people at Drew's wedding, and he was one of them. So Jonathan Drew, shout out to him. He just launched his newest
Business venture.
business
We'll call it
venture.
that.
Jonathan,
J.A. and Son and Sons Tobacco,
yes,
or
That's gonna be
tobacconist
down here.
retailer. Yeah, it's
yes.
he's gonna have a mini cigar factory that rolls like 500 a day. I think it's gonna have a bar, a restaurant, and a premium cigar lounge.
I'm looking forward to that. That's literally like 15 minutes from where I am right now, where I live. Listen, it's going to be great. He's revolutionary in the industry.
Well, it's funny because
He made it to where
when you look at him,
he
he started out doing graffiti,
right, and what he did is he made it okay
right?
in the industry, or he made it top of the industry for guys like you and me, who are everyday guys who sit around in sunglasses and hats and shorts and sandals in the summertime, to be in this industry. He made it okay for the everyday guy, especially guys like us being from New York. He made it okay for us to kind of take our brand and keep our style and sense of who we are and transfer it into this industry.
And Jonathan,
I agree completely. And one of the things I do, speaking about being on the road, rather than watch stupid TV shows, I watch cigar documentaries. And if you know his story, it's actually remarkable. I'm in the business. I always long to learn more and more about this because the history of tobacco is amazing. The
It
country was
is.
built on tobacco. They came here looking for gold, they found tobacco.
and
But yeah, it's and he slept on the floor. If you know his story, moved to Nicaragua. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. If I
Mm-hmm.
could do 1/20th as well as he's done, I'll be doing good.
Absolutely, and that's what I always say.
he started his business, him and his brother. They started their business doing graffiti on the wall down in Brooklyn. He bought his brother out. And now it's him and his dad. And he bought his brother out. And like, I think 4 or 5 years ago, maybe 6, he sold his business to Swisher. Swisher said to him, "Oh, we'll keep you on for 5 years." He goes, "Well, you're going to keep me on because I'm not going anywhere now." So now they kept him on. And now when this venture came through, I sent him a message. I said, "Yo, bro, what's going on with this new venture?" He goes, "Pay attention." I said, "Okay, sir." So people laugh because they go, one of our co-hosts who started with us, OG Cigar Tender, he had ran into Jonathan Drew at one of the events. It was in
It was the Smoking O's in PA.
no, it wasn't Smoke.
Yes, it was. It was the Smoking O's.
Was it? So
If it wasn't Smoking O's, it was the Best Cigar Pub grand opening.
So he met with him, and I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, "Bro, where are you?" He goes, "I'm in the back." I said, "Move up to the front." He goes, I said, "Just go up to the front of the line." So he goes, I said, "Bro, go up to the front of the line." So he stands up in the front, and Jonathan looks down and goes, "I know you from somewhere." He goes, "Who you on the phone with?" He goes, "Big Dog." He goes, "Big Dog." He goes, "Get up here." He gets on the phone. He goes, "Yo, Big Dog." I said, "John, what's up there?" I said, "Yo, take it." He goes, "I got him. Don't worry about it." So then after that, he also met Pedro. And that's when they were doing the cigar box.
Well, they still do the coffin boxes, but what Pedro did is Pedro sent him back because we were meeting him the next week to go to Barn Smoker. Sent him back with 2 tins, one of the Tawanis and one of the League of 10 Savage Feast, and signed them and put, "To my boys, I hope you enjoy from me, from Pedro," and handed them to him and said, "You need to make sure that when you see them, they get these boxes." He goes, "You guys are the only 2 guys I know that can go or not go to an event and still come out with something." And I said, but like you said, it goes based on the relationships
Right.
that you have with these people.
So I actually I've flown Padron before and his guys, and I also flew the most wonderful family, the Garcia family from My Father's Cigars.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
interesting. And they were so nice. I mean, I have a box of Les Bougets in my humidor that was handed to me by Don Pepin Garcia. I'll die with that box. They should bury me with it one day. Put it in my casket, maybe. I don't know. But it's funny
Thing out of
because
that
Pete
box.
Johnson did the same thing. Pete Johnson from Tatuaje, who's married to Donnie, the daughter of Don Pepin, he came in with a whole different angle. And it's interesting that Garcia family, who's like a traditional Latin American cigar company, just loved him and backed him to build Tatuaje, which is completely different from anything they've done, you know?
Yes.
And it's kind of like the Drew Estate thing, where it's very different from your mainline Latin American cigar manufacturer.
Correct.
So,
And it's interesting because like even I feel sometimes even like boutique companies like you or a few other ones we've interviewed that come out of Nicaragua, it's like you guys almost do this almost in the same way, kind of stray away from those traditionalists, as I call it, whether it's bands or names or blends, to make yourself stand out.
Yes, and again, not to say, because I have so much respect for your mainline Latin American
Absolutely.
culture cigars, because this was the foundation of everything. But yeah, look, I would love to make Indonesian cigars. The possibilities are endless. As I grow, I hope to be able to create some really interesting things in the future.
Well, I will say if you are able to get in contact with Ish,
Which, if you're going to the boutique
that's
cigar
he'll be at the boutique cigar festival.
He'll have either he'll probably have a
But
TPA and the
he's the guy to talk to because he does have a lot of, as I call it, exotic tobacco.
And he also
Yeah.
has his own. He also has his own lounge in a private golf course.
Yes.
Down in like 45 minutes from his house.
It's and what he puts in there is like if you join the TPA
and you have cigars.
And no, I think it's you join TPA and he makes your cigars or you do cigars with him. He carries your cigars in his lounge.
One cigar with him. That's it.
So he does promote the boutiques because he opened that based off of what he does.
Right.
So if you decide you want to start, hey, listen, like you said, you're putting that bundle out. If you start working on the next project, like you said, whether it's with the Indonesian or all Dominican cigar, whatever, and you go to him, he's got so many tobaccos at your disposal that you can play with.
That's incredible. And again, the best thing is face to face. If I could get down to Dominican Republic, is even better than. And again, I'll search him out at the Boutique Cigar Festival. I'm just looking forward to meeting everybody.
Yes,
my competitors, my colleagues.
He's got his own, and he has his own factory. So I know his roller from the factory, his head roller, and I believe master blender. Besides him, I've met him.
Like he makes haze gray cigars.
He makes haze gray. He makes
iron.
He makes ironclad. He makes Angry Beaver. He makes.
I mean, you'll see
Jesus.
Sierra down there.
Yeah. Actually, he's in the Dominican Republic right now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
But again, this is, and I feel this is where people don't realize sometimes, like you said, the relationships and being a part of some of these smaller groups like the TPA or, coming on podcasts like this, because, you may never know who somebody knows. And you might, like you said, you're looking forward to meeting Ish. And it's like, hey, we have a good relationship with him. So like, if worst came to worst, we could make the connection for you guys to be able to have that conversation, and that, and again, like you said, that all goes back to the relationships you establish in the business.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing that a lot of people, I feel, from certain, not all companies, but I feel is sometimes a lost art between cigar companies and retailers, and some retailers and, their clientele.
I do. This is how I feel. We talk about the relationships. I take every customer, for instance, as very important. I put a lot of extra stuff in the orders when they order, regardless if it's a three cigar order or whatever to try, because it's about building a relationship, not just necessarily selling them cigars.
No, 100%. Like when you sent us the package, like this, the challenge coin is what caught my eye. And I always like stuff like this. Like I have one from Fuerte Libre. And I have it. I don't say I collect the challenge coins, but it's always cool when you get one, because not a lot of people do them.
Yeah, I think I'm in love with all the swag stuff personally, you know what I mean? And it's got my brand on it, so there's a personal aspect to that.
Right. And I do like my swag, especially like, if it's lighters or cutters, even, somebody sends a coffee mug or, a coin or stickers. Like I have bags full of stickers from, Drew Estate, Sir Louis, what's it called? Matt Booth, Another guest we had on, we're having on United. They sent us a bunch. Like I have them, and I just keep them in bags. And then when I'm looking for something and I have a place to put them, I go in and I go, oh, let's see which one I want to pull out today or put on, and I'll put it on something. You
Yeah.
know, and it's like you said, it's the swag stuff that makes everything a lot better, which is pretty cool. And you know, it helps promote your brand because somebody is also, you figure, wearing your product, even though they may not be smoking your cigar, they're wearing your hat or drinking out of your coffee mug while they're smoking another cigar. And then now, you know, they might take that picture and post it on Instagram and put, you know, at Grouchy Monkey for the coffee mug and at whoever for the cigar. And now you're getting that promotion and people are going to want to go see what you have.
I consider it like the Cracker Jacks box. I like, you know, where you open it up and you have the treat, but a much better treat inside.
So here's my present to you for jumping on. I'm gonna get Ish on here and hang out with us for a few minutes. Is that
I
okay
love,
with you, sir?
say that again. I would love to hang out with you guys. I'll come up to Jersey.
Ish is gonna jump on with us now, and we can talk to Ish. So tell me more about your line and what's your core line? How many core cigars do you
I
have
believe
for your core line?
I would say that's probably the core line.
Yeah. So basically, my launch cigar, our flagship is a Jungle Land. Jungle Land is Connecticut, Maduro, and Habano wrappers in a 6 inch by 54. And,
Which
you
is
know,
their
I have
20.
them in sample packs. I have them in three count box or 10 count box. I have them in the Toro, which I call a Super Toro, and then we have them in 5 by 50 Robusto as well, which I don't sell a lot of, believe it or not. I'm not a fan of
Which,
Robusto myself. I feel like I need more than it
you
has to
know what I
offer.
think? I think too, the Robusto, depending on where you are in the country, you know, will like up here, or Robusto would do good because, like, especially now, because a lot of people are only smoking for 35, 45 minutes at a time. You know, but even in the summertime, like a lot of I've seen a lot of the businessmen, you know, when I've gone into lounges, they'll come in and grab a couple of Toros and then they'll grab a couple Robustos and they'll smoke the Robusto on their lunch break while they're, you know, doing paperwork or something and then shoot on out.
Right,
You know, and then they'll say, I bought these for when I'm sitting on my office balcony later, or
right.
when I'm sitting at home later in my backyard and I'm smoking and, you know, finishing up work, whatever the case is.
Well, the Robusto is in the top three sellers of Vitolas out there: the Toro, the Robusto, and I believe one other, like
Hmm.
maybe Churchill, maybe might
I
be a
just
very
realized
popular
something.
Vitola.
I could do this because I was actually on your website
Uh-oh. Here he goes.
before we started. So just to
Yeah.
kind of show everybody,
So
there's
I want to,
your sampler pack you said you have of the 7,
yeah, and that's
the
got the
4
Funky
pack.
Monkey in it, 3 Robustos, 3 Toros, and the Funky Monkey.
Yep.
Okay.
And then just to kind of show everybody what you were saying as far as like there's your coffee mugs, your tumblers,
Sure.
your 3-pack, there's your Robusto boxes so they can see what that looks like.
Yeah,
You
so I'm
know,
gonna
it's
revamp the website a little bit. I'm happy with all the design, but I'd like to categorize the cigars better in the
there you
beginning
go
of the
for
website.
everybody looking.
Okay, so
Yeah,
the Jungle Robusto, that's $136 for how many?
that one's
It says
11 cigars.
Okay. So now, how do you guys come up with how many you're putting in a box? Is it you or is it the distributor or how does that work?
No, that's me. It's basically what you design. I gotta tell you, so in the process of building a boutique cigar company, there is quite a bit of work involved in getting it going. Your cedar boxes are pretty challenging to order and get made. And then again, I ordered mass quantity of boxes, And then I found
Right.
a lot of people don't necessarily want to buy 10 cigars if they've never heard of the brand. So then I designed and had made smaller packs, like the Funky Monkey comes in a 4-pack. The Jungle Land also has a 3-pack. So you can get all Habano, all Maduro, all Connecticut, or one of each in a 3-pack. And kind of gauging the market and seeing what works. Again, this is a learning
Right.
process as we go.
And I think by you even offering also as well that 7-pack sampler with the Funky Monkey and then the 3 Toros and 3 Robustos, I think that's also a great way for everybody to try your stuff as well, because they're getting the chance to try both sizes of your Jungle Land series plus your 6x60 as well.
And what I do is when people order that, I give them a free shipwrecked with it because I want them to try it. I'm not looking to make money right now. I'm looking to build my brand. I want this to be a successful endeavor for us for 5 years from now, for 10 years, to be able to do that. So I'd rather give people stuff and get it in their hands and let them try it.
Right. And like you said, you're building that brand awareness as well by doing that, because now people have the chance to try your entire lineup, as well as, find out, hey, I really like that shipwrecked. How do I get a box, and or how do I get more? And then, hey, I really like the Maduro Robusto. How do I get more? Where can I get them? And then they go online and find out they can buy them directly from you.
Right. The beauty is that once I found people were very receptive to the brand and the cigars, then my mindset was not, I'm going to sell a lot of these. My mindset is, let me get them in people's hands.
Right.
You know what I mean? Once let the cigars speak for themselves, and let's build this brand.
And that's a big thing, is the brand awareness in itself, because if you are a smaller brand, not a lot of people have heard of you. So now, like you said, by ordering, if somebody orders that 7-pack, you throw the free shipwrecked in. Now they have your entire lineup to promote everything.
So now, let me hold you right there. We're going to go to a commercial break and come back, and hopefully have another guest on with you that you can meet him and hang out.
Oh, that would be great. Is Ish going to join us?
Possibly,
awesome.
yes.
I just, I'm amazed, and I have tremendous respect,
Thank you.
And Ish is awesome, especially to pick his brain. So
that's okay.
If you're not open to learning, then you're doing things wrong. There's so much to learn.
And that's something Ish has always said.
And that's what Ish said. So let's take the commercial break.
And we'll be right back.
All right, super, guys.
Thanks.
Now, am I thinking fine? How do you feel about the way I'm feeling? 'Cause I'm not sure I'm feeling alright. What do you
Yo, we are back. We are back here with Hyman. I can't say your last name.
And here we also have a special guest as well. We told you we were going to get him on here.
Well, with the respect to Hyman.
And here he is.
What's
up,
going on, guys? What's going on? How you guys doing?
Grouchy Monkey.
Hi, Ish. Nice to see you again.
Same here, my friend. How's everything?
He wanted to talk to you. You are Ish, CEO and founder of BAMF, ROCF.
You sound very low, Dave. You sound very low.
Yeah, he is
You sound very low.
hard to hear.
I don't know why he's very low.
We can hear you perfectly.
Clear and loud, loud and clear, but he's
That's
not.
weird that it's not being.
So
Wait a second. Why is yours flashing?
Battery probably.
I don't know. So,
Hold on, I'm fixing it.
Where's the
Let me fix my camera too. Let me fix my camera because I only see my freaking forehead.
Try that.
Give me a second.
Is that better?
That's perfect.
Oh yes. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so
That's good.
Blinking. I don't know why I had to turn it off and turn it back on. We fixed it.
You know what? As a matter of fact, Dave. Yes. It was before. It was better before. Anyways, no.
you know what? So, Heyman, this is what I go to when I talk to Ish. So, Heyman's coming.
Okay, there we
down
go. There we go.
Heyman's coming down to Boutique Cigar Festival this weekend, or whenever, the 21st. So
yeah,
I said to him, he's got to meet you because.
Well, he also had mentioned that he's heard a lot about you, and there was, he was mentioning some tobaccos that he would potentially like to work with, and I said, well, hey, listen, I was like, I got a friend that really does that. I was like, and I was telling him you had, Turkish, African, Italian, Transylvanian. I said he's got
Spanish, Romanian.
Yeah.
You name it. Yeah.
Well, what got me started was I smoked a cigar by a small manufacturer in the Dominican Republic. It's called a Cuban stock, 10-year anniversary, supposedly 10-year each tobacco. And it was like magic on my lips. It was so absolutely delicious. And I'm like, I want to produce a Dominican cigar one day like that, and
I'm not giving you some news, okay? When people talk about 10 years old tobacco, they're not talking about 10 years on the bells. They're talking 10 years that they planted. So actually, tobacco is only 5 years old.
Right.
The other
it's
thing that was
absolutely
processed.
Delicious, though.
Yeah.
So
and listen,
Joey
there's some cigars that are $5-6 that are amazing. What's the other Dominican one I like? There's another one that I smoked. It's oh my God, I'm blanking out. And you can get them in bundles too. And you don't need to spend $20 like we were talking about to get an absolutely magnificent cigar.
Well, Isha cigars, they cost like $60, $70. I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, but honestly, when people come to the United States and they can buy bundles at $3 a cigar, well, it's two reasons. Because somebody want to kill the industry of that brand or that factory, or because they make it home over here in the mainland. Yeah. Otherwise, when you have to pay with $2.50 to bring a cigar across the board, paying FDA, TTB, customs, imported, then you have FDA user fees, which is 5 cents per cigar, blah, 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 blah. And if somebody selling for $3, it's something wrong right there.
And I think the one I'm thinking of it's not $3, but it's made by Artista. Again, it's another super, super fantastic. I forgot the name of it. They have the band is very simple and stuff like that, but very, very nice cigar. I'm in love with Dominican tobacco lately. I'm smoking so much Nicaraguan cigars, that my palate really, really enjoys. Like I've been smoking some La Auroras and stuff lately, and that's the beauty of this industry. I tasted. My neighbor went to Indonesia and he brought me back some cigars, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's absolutely delicious." You
The
know, I just
Sumatra wrapper and fill binder. Yeah.
So
yeah,
Ish,
and just
Indonesia.
it's the beauty of the tobacco industry is there's so many different flavors and profiles and different things that
They are.
I'm trying to have fun with it.
just so you know, Ish, Hyman is a pilot by trade. He's on vacation
Okay.
right now for a week or so because his plane has to be.
The guy down there is also a pilot.
Well, I'm a pilot myself, and we meet each other last Wednesday at the TPA meeting. He was
Which
over
I'm
there.
gonna join.
And he's gonna meet.
Yes, he told us that. Yes. So I brought that up too. I said, listen,
Which, for everybody that doesn't see it, it's up in the top corner.
so if you're not part of TPA, make sure you join. Tell him Big Dog and Joey sent you. So he said he wanted to meet you, so that's why I called you to see what you were doing also.
Oh, absolutely. I'm here, man. If I'm free, I always pick up my phone. Always.
So you know
that.
that's one thing I like about Ish. I can call Ish and Ish can call
Oh,
me.
we've had Ish on, and there's been times we've had Ish on so many times because he comes on and we laugh and we joke and talk industry and cigars and everything, and it's just he's always on here.
If he's talking about cigars and I'm free, and even if I'm not free, I will make a free time. I will say, "Hey, fuckers, what's up? Hold on, it's tobacco time," and that's how I am. So they like it good, you don't like it, well.
So
Tobacco
between
time.
Ish and Hyman, so tell me, between both of you, so Ish is doing $30 a month club.
Which reminds me, by the way, Ish,
35.
Just so you know, the box this month was really good because that's all I got left.
I'm telling you, that how you can. I know I already have some calls for different cigar de month clubs. Blah 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 blah. I said, well, I'm a factory. I made the cigars. I put the price. I'm not to make money. Yes, I'm not here to make money, but I make the money in the back end. If you have the 5 or 6 cigars every month is gonna come 5 or 6, depends the price, because it's coming from my pocket. So the brands don't pay for the cigar, don't pay for the rings, they don't pay for the bands, they don't pay for the cellophane, they don't pay for nothing. So I do it myself. Oh, that's the 1,000-yard stir. That's a very good cigar, Van Zero.
I did not know you made. I did not know you made that.
Now you know.
Now I said that. You know who I said that to? Honestly, Ish, Maddie, when I was on Discord with him, and I got the package. I said, dude, I never had Silent Hero stuff. I said, but I didn't know Ish made the 1,000-yard stare.
So
yeah,
let's get back to my man Hyman, because I brought you on so he can meet you and speak with you about it. So
absolutely,
Hyman,
go ahead.
What would you like Ish to do for you to help you? Because Ish, he's only been out since 2020.
Since the end of 24. So
24.
He's only a year-old company.
Yeah, he's only a year-old company. So what would you like Ish to do to help you, along with us, to help you get better at what you want to do?
Well, actually, I asked nothing. I'm very interested in meeting in person, trying some cigars. I'm actually really looking forward to the Boutique Cigar Festival to try everybody else's cigars, to see what they're doing, to show my respect to the other companies. This is not competition. We call it co-opetition, where we cooperate together. Again, we're Boutique. Arturo Fuente has all the means to, take us all out, shall we say, but there is room for boutique cigars. People are enjoying them. I want to keep producing new and exciting things, and hopefully in the future I meet the right people, because again, we're going back to relationships. This is what this is all about.
Let me do something from the start, and you're only being for 2024. Okay, 1 year and plus. Arturo Fuente cannot take you down. Davidoff cannot take you down. Anyone of the big guys cannot take you down. and the so-called legacy is only 4. Legacy comes from family to family to family to family, right? From the grandfather to the son to the grandson, blah 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 blah. It's only 4 in the whole world like that. So they cannot take you down. Now you have to do better than they do in order to survive.
Right.
Because
And
they can play
I
cigar.
didn't mean that in a sense that, and when I started this brand, I wanted to make sure everything's always authentic. You know what I mean? That I didn't
It has
come
to be.
from a grandfather, father, son. That doesn't mean that I can't be in the cigar business and have a great company with great products. And
Right.
that's what we're
Now,
going to
let me
continue to
let
do.
me get a question. What tobaccos you use to blend your
Uh,
cigars?
I'm using MGE Factory. Miguel Pinto does my blends
I
for
know him.
me. You know Miguel. I'm sure. I know this industry, and if you're been in
Oh,
this
of course I
industry a
know.
long time, he makes great cigars, manufactures wonderful cigars. Um, he's an even better person than he is, manufacturer, which is great. And I get what I asked for, and that's the important thing, because everybody's willing to make you a cigar, but are you really going to get what you blended? I don't know with everybody.
No.
I met with people early on and they wanted to do the blends and it wasn't really what I was looking for, nor did my fiance trust some of the people we met with. She felt like they're gonna, selling me one thing and then when we get our cigar delivery, they took whatever they could put together and
Right.
gave them to us. And that's not what I don't want that. I want, if I have to stay small and produce the right cigars, I'm willing to do that. You know,
Well,
I make my
the,
living
the
as a
first thing
pilot. So
the first thing that you have to do, okay, because it's your hobby per se, you make your living as a pilot. The first thing that you have to do is go to any manufacturer or anyone, so-called blenders or master blenders. By the way, blender and master blender is the same thing. Okay, master blender is just because you've been over 10 years blending in this company. It's the same thing.
right.
So a blender, a master blender, or roller, master roller, is the same thing. Actually, it's only just a title that we put at the factories. Like instead to give you a pin or a pen or a ring, you are a master now. That's all it is. Okay, but you must to be at least 10 years doing that to become master blender, master roller. But what you have to do is sit down, try one leaf by leaf,
Mhm.
then 2 leaves together, then 3 leaves together, then just the binder and just the wrapper. Then you put that binder into the 3 leaves or 4 leaves, 5 leaves, or whatever is the case that you smoke. Then finally you put the wrapper. And that's when you know you have your cigar or you don't.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
we went through that. I've had many blending experiences, and again, I'm not a master blender, and I let the professionals do. I know what I'm looking for in a cigar, and what I want to bring to market. And I let people who know what they're doing do it. I'm a very respectful person. I come from an industry in aviation where I earned the respect I have today because of my knowledge and experience. That's the same respect I bring forward to people I deal
so
with in the cigar industry.
Correct.
so La Saga, your last name,
La Saga.
or La Saga, depends how you say it. In Spanish, La Saga, and in English, La Saga. But anyways, so what you're looking for a cigar is be different. First of all, it has to be different. It has to be tasty, and people must like it or love it or whatever, right?
Correct.
How you do that?
I do
You
that,
don't go
and
to
to be honest with you, Ish, in the beginning, like we talked about earlier, when I created the Jungle Land series, my first cigar, our flagship cigar, I designed them for me. I designed them to be able to, if I'm going to buy $10,000 in cigars, let's say, I better love them and better be ready to smoke them myself. Luckily, we did well and people like them, but I really did design it for myself. Not everybody, it's not a very
yeah,
complex cigar, and that's okay. That's what I wanted. Later on, as I grow in the business and learn, for me, it's
yeah.
always about learning. You know, I'm
Absolutely.
continue to
Absolutely, yes.
learn, and maybe even the process will be better in the future as I gain more knowledge and get more educated about the industry. I did my tobacconist certification, and I just only in
Mhm.
effort to learn more, to be more knowledgeable. The real learning comes in coming down. Like I would like to come down to Dominican Republic and be there with you one day, because just
Come to
for
my
the
house. It's in
educational
Florida.
experience.
Same,
He's right
same
in
experience.
Florida.
Come to my house. No.
So
I mean, he's
Come to
right
my
in
house.
Florida. He's right. I told you he owns Ish. Where's it at by your house? The lounge?
The lounge is a Banff Cigars lounge, which is in Wellington, Florida. Yeah, by the
oh,
Polo Club.
that's here in Florida. I can visit. And listen, visiting lounges are great, but the factory is where the magic happens. You know,
Well,
for me to get there is where I can learn. You know.
And
that's it.
Ish's roller
I can think
is
for that.
Ish's roller is one guy that is outrageous. And I've met him. We've hung out. We've
Oscar.
had lunch. And you know,
Yeah.
he's a great dude. He really is. And Ish himself is a great dude, and that's why I love him.
Yeah, and listen, those rollers, that's what determines how that cigar is going to smoke. If I draw it and it's not drawing right, my
The-
whole experience is gone.
But Himan, the only thing it happens is when you go to a factory, you must impose your taste
Right,
to the guys
right,
because they use, if it's Nicaragua, it's gonna be Nicaraguan tobacco. Period. They proud what they should, and they do Nicaraguan tobacco. Dominican, they proud and they should only Dominican tobacco. I'm a fucking guy from all over the world. I'm not from here, from there, from there, from there. I'm from all over the fucking world. So I pick up the best tobacco to do blends. That's what we call blenders. When somebody told me, I'm a master blender, I said, what you blend? Dominican tobacco. Well, what made you a master blender? You just blend Dominican tobacco. Okay. It's like you're working in a pizzeria and you just do the dough. What?
Right.
You master dough? No, you master dough in that place.
right.
Go ahead, Dave.
I'm a pizza maker. I know how to make pizza. I make pizza in my house.
No,
like
but
3
but,
times a week.
but what I mean is that people misunderstand, and for many years misunderstood the term blender and master blender.
Right.
When you call something a pure, means that it comes from the same no country, the same form. That's a
Right.
pure.
And that,
Okay.
that makes sense, Ish, because I mean, I think that's fantastic in the fact
Mhm.
that you were able to acquire all the different types of tobacco. Because, like you said,
Mhm.
in Esteli, what do you have is all Nicaraguan tobacco.
Nicaraguan
Right,
tobacco.
right. And I think, you know, like I said, I tasted
But
Indonesian cigars and I was like, wow, you know what I mean? And to have the
in
ability
those
to
case,
blend.
Indonesia is very buttery, is very soft, is very pleasant to the palate, has no nicotine. In fact, Indonesian wrapper, which is Sumatra, is the best one for flavor cigars or for the infused cigars, for sure. But the point is, like when people say, oh, they master blender, they master roller, what you blend? Nicaraguan tobacco. Well, you're no master blender. What you, or just Dominican tobacco. Well, you have to conquer different countries and blend for these different countries to be like a master chef. You go in the Food Network, you don't see one guy doing only, I don't know, fucking tilapia or fucking salmon or this. They make many different things for different countries. That's what a blender is. Put a little salt, a little pepper, a little parsley, a little garlic, a little orange juice, a little lemon juice. That's a blender. He's blending the thing. But when you do over and over and over and over and over the same thing, well, your master or your origin, what you are. You are no master blender, not even a blender, to be honest. So, and I don't care if I lost 200,000 followers. I have plenty, so I don't care for seeing this. So I really don't care, but this is the truth. So to me, to be a master blender, master roller, you must know tobacco for many countries, blend together how they are gonna get together, what wrapper you're gonna put with that tobacco, and then the final touch, which means 6% to 8% in the industry of the cigars, is the wrapper. The wrapper is the pain in the cup. When people tell you, oh, but the wrapper is 80% of the flavor, get the fuck out of here. It's not. It's 6 to 8%. It's like a, the wrapper is this fucking 5'7", 5'10", blonde, blue eyes, nice titties, nice and say it's good. You say 10, and they go blah 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 blah, wow 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 wow, and you go down. That's what happened. So you must plan.
Heyman, so let me ask you this: so I was telling him earlier, if he wanted to get into your lounge down in Florida, how does he go about doing it? Because he wants to get into a lounge. And I said, well, Ish is the way to do it because Ish owns his own lounge and he doesn't have any big names in there.
It's okay. The brains of the operation is back now.
It's not always it's not always to be in my lounge. Or I made the cigars for you, or you're member of the TPA, Tobacco Association. I will bring you cigars.
Well, I'm gonna join the TPA because it's in my best interest to join the TPA. Because
Absolutely
that's going to be very, very helpful for the business, and that's the type of organization of people that I want to associate with. I'm not overly concerned right now with even being in lounges. I'm okay. I'm building my business successfully. I don't, like I said, I don't ever want to grow to the point where I have to start trying to produce cigars just to sell them. I want to make sure I keep this business going the way we're producing the cigars that we want to produce, that people are going to enjoy. So look, I'm in love with tobacco. That's the reason I'm here. And this is what I want to do with my future.
But to be honest with you, rethink again what you said. It's totally correct. But I hope and I wish that you hate to make so much tobacco that you cannot sell. Okay, so put it again. I know the owners, I know the directors, I know the CEO, I know all of them in Gurkha. Worst backmouth cigar brand in the world. Guess what? The number one cigar in the world in sales, presentation, giveaways, and everything else. So I wish I was fucking Gurkha. I tell you right now, I wish I would not be here. I would be in fucking Key Biscayne drinking fucking margaritas and having like a mashup and shit talking with you guys. I wish I was here. But I'm not. But I wish. So it's not only, it's mostly depends where you talk come from, and at the end of the day, who make your cigar. If your cigar is made by a reputable brand, Fernandez, La Aurora, La Flor Mexicana, BAMF, blah, 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 and people, they have followers, your cigar, it will go up. I'll put you this thing. The one that he showed me before, Salon Hero, the 1,000 years stir, that cigar, it was sold out within 10 minutes. Clown cigars, they sold out within a day. And we're talking 10,000, 15, 20,000 cigars.
I was going to say the clowns went pretty freaking fast because I missed those.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones I got that you did make for them was the roadie. I did buy.
I didn't do it. That's why you had it, because I didn't do it. They had leftovers.
Let me tell you this, Hyman. So if you wanted to be a blender, and I say a blender, and I don't mean it against Ish, but a blender, we do offer a class for master blender.
Well, we don't.
Am I correct?
TPA does.
Yeah.
Right. I saw that, and I actually have interest because you're going to do the rolling class.
Yeah.
Which I'm interested too, because I have tobacco. I have that set up. I bought an old rolling table. I have that in my office only because of interest. same thing. Like I said, I want to be able to produce in the future an all Dominican cigar, maybe because of my love for Dominican tobacco. That's it. I want to continue to have fun with this process.
But again, Jimen, if you want to succeed, you have to put something else that is Dominican. Dominican tobacco is well known for the past 400 years.
Yeah.
You have Arturo Fuente, you have Davidoff, you have La Aurora, you have La Flor Dominicana, you have La Isla, you have many people doing that for years. So you want to be great, change the game.
Okay.
Make people think what you're doing and what you're doing it and what it tastes better. Because it tastes better.
I'm open to that. I'm open to that. I just do things in the right time, you know? It's about scaling appropriately. So.
Yeah.
So, guys,
So
on that note, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with Hyman Cigars from Grouchy Monkey and BAMF Cigars with Ish.
I got 2 minutes, guys.
Yeah, go pee.
Go ahead. Go pee. You got more than 2 minutes.
Gotta take a leak. I'm 60 years old. I can't go 2 hours without pissing.
Go do your thing, brother. Take your time.
All right, be right back.
What you got, why you got it good. Always just a little misunderstood. But I never tried to change you, even when you're drunk all day. Every time you break, oh, it breaks my heart. Watching you drown yourself and fall apart. You're killing yourself, and it's killing me to have to say. Though it hurts so much, 'cause I love you. You were my best friend. You were my muse. The story with a good end. My rhythm blues. You were my soulmate. A damaged man. And I paid for it. As much as I think I can. And I thought in the end you'd miss me. But I guess I wasn't stronger than the whiskey. I've heard it only hurts 'cause you love so deep. Letting you go after all the cheap shots you take of me and Jameson. Your daddy don't help, no, he feeds you lies. And you're wondering why you can't sleep at night in the bed I made. Oh, I thought you were the one, 'cause you were my best friend. You were my muse. The story with a good end. My rhythm blues. You were my soulmate. A damaged man. And I paid for it. As much as I think I can. And I thought in the end you'd miss me. But I guess I wasn't stronger than the whiskey. Oh, it hurts so much 'cause I love you. And you were my best friend. You were my muse. A story with a good end. My rhythm and blues. You were my soulmate. A damaged man. And I paid for it. As
Shit.
Yo, we are back.
Here we
Yo,
go.
Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. I am your host with the most, the big dog, the vanilla gorilla, and we are here with two of the CEOs of Boutique Cigars, Mr. Hyman Lexania and Mr. BAMF himself, ROCF, Mr. Ishmael Olivan.
Let me say this. This shipwrecked monkey is absolutely delicious.
It's fucking tremendous.
Yeah,
I am loving the shipwrecked monkey. That I retro hailed it in the very beginning.
Oh,
yeah.
And it was one of those, as I call it, pepper bombs that stopped me completely.
it wasn't really a pepper bomb. It's that Joey can take the heat.
No, I
Get
can.
out the kitchen, kid.
Oh, I can. But it was like I retroed it and I was like, whoa.
So, Hyman, tell us exactly, not exactly, but tell us how much pepper and stuff is in.
Well, what
is in the making of this cigar that Joey and I are smoking?
It's the filler is Condega Jalapa Esteli. The binder is Criollo Desforado, and it is Oscuro and Habano wrapper.
Wow.
And then I'm doing a Candela now, which is probably one of the best Candelas you could ever smoke.
is that your Candela?
Mm-hmm. It's the distinguished shape, and it's
Okay.
got
Oh,
tobacco from Omatip in it, and it's just fantastic.
I like that. That band color is fantastic.
Isn't that nice?
I love that red and black and gold. That is awesome.
So, guys, you're smoking right now, Joe and David. You smoke his cigar right now?
Yep.
I'm smoking his shipwreck monkey right now, Ish.
Okay, show me. No, but you have a little other cigar. Show me what the burn. What the burn? Just puff and show me the burn.
I mean, it's burning like this now because I'm down to the end of it, but it was burning evenly.
Put it
before.
like this. Move it a little like this. The other way. The other way. The other way. Like this. Like I can see the. Human is Omatep in that cigar. Or you don't say that
Not
is
in that
Omatep.
one. No, not in that one. In this one.
Mm-hmm. Just like it, but no best.
That's like fucking twice I dropped that lighter. I quit.
He's using a big lighter.
I fucking quit. That's twice I dropped that fucking lighter.
He's using the big lighter. So, Heyman, what do you want to go on from here on out with your cigars? Now that we have Ish on here with you.
So actually, let me ask this question as attached to that. That distinguished ape that you're smoking, is that out for people to order?
Yep.
Or is that still kind of in the testing phase?
No, it's out there. Candela is a very niche cigar.
Right.
Only certain people really like it. I love to change flavor. I smoked a Connecticut before this. Now I'm smoking this. I probably would have started with a Habano this morning, but the Connecticut was close and I grabbed it.
Right.
But
no, I asked because I do like a good Candela.
well,
I do enjoy a good Candela for sure.
People have said it's one of the best ones they've tasted, so I like it. It's it actually has some substance to it, is what as people have said who smoked it, said that it didn't taste like the regular Fuente Candela that just throw a Candela wrapper on it and it's a Candela.
Yeah, they basically what they're saying is it's blended right and it doesn't taste like earth.
Yeah, it doesn't. It has a grassy,
like earth.
You can taste
the grassy notes are it's expected, but you get some of them that are just like they literally just taste like earth. Like it's just you have like that gritty dirt, hay notes, as they call them, barnyard notes.
Ish is going into his box so he can look.
No, I was looking at Nesca. Is right here. Like a daddy. Yes.
So
That's your smoking partner, Ish. Come on now.
so it's your smoke
Lucy
partner.
is.
So we've been on here 2 hours, just so you know. And I don't mind because this is on YouTube now. So
Yeah, this will just go up.
This will just go up, Joey.
I mean, listen, I did 3 and some change the other night with somebody
with
Domain Cigars.
Domain.
Oh, they got a nice presentation.
Yes, we did. We had him on, and I did 3, almost 3.5.
I did 1 hour, and I said, I gotta go, boys. My back is killing me.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell us, between you and Ish, tell us about what you guys want. Ish, we already know what you want.
Well, I will say with Ish, I'm looking forward to the full stateside release of the Sevilla, because that was, oh my dude.
And if you don't know what
my mind when I smoked that cigar.
Hyman, if you don't know what the Sevilla is, I will let Ish explain to you how that came about into the States.
Well, the Sevilla, or that we call in the United States Seville, Spain, south of Spain, 1676. It has a meaning. People don't know the meaning. They say, "Oh, what do you call a cigar?"
What do you mean? What do we call a cigar?
I think
There we go. There we go. It was like a bloody. So people say like, "What do you call a cigar?" Seville, 1676. I say, well, your homework, you will know that the cigars, as we know today's day in 2026, with the filler, a binder, and a wrapper, it was made in Seville, Spain in 1676. So I went ahead, I bought the fucking mark, the everything. And this is my mother over there. I'm going like this. Hello, mom. Dime.
There's always something going on with Ish at his house. All the
No
time.
matter what, whenever you talk, you could talk to Ish at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's always something going on with Ish.
Yeah. My dog is sleeping. My mother is over there. My wife is over here. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's just whatever.
I mean, this is what we do when we're on live with him.
I like it.
So, anyways,
I'm in the right place.
No, yeah,
absolutely.
So go back to the
Sevilla cigar. Seville cigar is what it was: filler, binder, and wrapper put together. It was not in Cuba. It was not fucking Pakistan. It was not in the Indies. It was not in fucking whatever. It was in freaking South Spain, Extremadura, Seville. And I went to places where the cigar was made. Actually, 6 out of the 7, they're still in business. Since then, I bought the tobacco. I made the tobacco together, put it. I said, oh my God. Hold on. I believe I just came in a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, I just came in a little bit. So it's like, what the hell? I said, this cigar must be out. And I put it out. And I'm going to make 5,000. I'm not going to be like these people, I have limited edition, like some brands, limited edition this year. For 30 years, they have the same fucking cigar, limited edition. Get the fuck out. It's not limited edition anymore, it's production. But yeah, I made the cigar limited edition. I only have 5,000 cigars a year because it must be 7 years. 7 years after fermentation, after cure, after whatever, to bring them for 7 years. So I have 5,000 this year. The one that is coming from the year prior, next year, it will be the 7 years. And that's what I'm doing. And we almost sold out. 5,000 cigars. I just put a thing today. And the most expensive cigars I ever have.
Listen, that cigar was amazing. I heard good things about it, and Everybody raved about it when they got it out of the factory reserve club, which again, bang for your buck at $35 shipping included, and you're getting all boutique cigars is very hard to find.
Will you have some at the Boutique Cigar Festival that I can purchase from you?
Absolutely. And you know I made them. I go to the back of my car and say, look at this, Hyman. You want this one? You want that one? I made the cigar,
Okay.
so yeah.
Please.
It's easy. Yeah, about it. Yeah.
And listen, Hyman, when I tell you, he'll say to you, "That's the blood of Vlad."
The blood of Vlad.
Oh my God!
I told you in person, Ish, when I seen you that this cigar was
so
amazing.
Hyman, we told you about the night we met him in
which,
New
by
Jersey.
the way, he's not lying about a trunk. He'll go into his trunk because he doesn't travel light.
So
I'll just leave it at that.
We were helping him
Yeah.
clean up, and we're helping him clean up. I'm closing up the boxes. I'm getting ready to put them away. He goes, "What are you doing with those?" I said, "I'm giving them to Miguel to put away." He goes, "No, take that.
It
take
was
that."
Oscar.
Oh,
and it's
Oscar.
Not, and it's
Oscar.
not Oscar.
Yep.
It's the Dominican Cowboy Ninja.
Oh yeah, it's the Dominican
Yep.
Cowboy Ninja.
Cowboy Ninja.
He goes, "No, take that,
Absolutely.
take that." I said, "No, I don't want it." He
Okay.
goes, "No, take it. I don't want to take it back." So then after that, we load up the car, and he goes, "Come on, we're going next door to eat." I said, "I'm not hungry." He goes, No, we're going next door to eat."
Longhorn
So
Steakhouse.
we're going next door. Now,
That was-
mind you,
That was a
you
time.
see this beer I'm drinking, right?
That was a time.
Joey, let me see it.
So he
So
had the stein of
he
beer
had
that
the
had to be
stein
about this big, if
that
not
had to
bigger.
be this big. So we're sitting there, we're getting done. Put that back. He goes, "We're getting done. We're leaving." Me, Joey, and Oscar stand outside.
It was his first day out that day, Ish.
And here comes Oscar.
Yep.
Here comes Ish walking outside with mugs. I said, "What are you doing?" He goes, "I need something to drink on the way home." I said, "Bro, you could have stopped at the Stewart's, right?" He goes, "Nah, I'm okay." I said, "Well, make sure you call me when you get home." But just so you know, that's the kind of guy that Ish is. That's one of my best friends in the world. And I can call this dude at 2:00 in the morning and tell him to call me back.
Dude, and I will say that day we had so much fun.
You know, but Hyman, what I'm trying to say is you don't have to be a Fuente. You don't have to be AJ Fernandez. You don't have to be none of the guys. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Just be yourself, be real, and just keep it up, man. Whatever you're doing, bro, these cigars are
That
fucking
shipwreck
phenomenal.
monkey, like I said, that Habano, that box press Habano was delicious from the Jungle Land. That was so good. I'm looking forward to ordering myself that sampler with the Robusto and the Toro and the Funky Monkey because I want to try the rest of them.
And even the Great Lakes, I was in the comments and they were just smoking them. And I was like, "Yo, how did you get those so fast?" He goes, "We got them yesterday." I said, "I just got mine today." He goes,
"What?"
"Yeah, we just ordered them." I said, "Oh."
Remember, though, most of them are down in Florida.
Right. Most of y'all are in Florida. So I got to wait for mine to come through 7 different offices to get where I'm coming to.
So good.
But I got to tell you, Hyman, this is one of the best cigars I've smoked.
Well, I
Not
appreciate
because
that.
you're here, but because, and Ish will tell you, I'll tell you if it stinks. I'll tell you it sucks. But this one right here, one of the best barber poles I had besides Ish's.
Yeah. I want to keep learning. I want to keep producing, keep growing. That's all I want to do. I want to stay authentic. I don't want to claim something that I'm not, and build a very good business. That's all, you know?
And being authentic is a big thing,
You do.
even in the podcasting part of this industry, because people change a lot of stuff where, like Ish will tell you, what you see with us is what you get in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
And I like that.
obviously, when I'm live, I have to change certain things because I can't say certain words anymore, but that's okay.
We can't say the F word, but you guys can say it all day.
Right, because
Figure it out.
of our company and there.
I can't say it. I have an accent. It's kind of funny. Fuck. But anyways.
I got to tell you, the hardest part of this business is the fact that there's people communicating with you in 8 different ways, through TikTok, through Instagram, through Facebook. I'm an old guy. Just call me. Just pick up the phone and call me, and not everybody works that way. And
That's
I
the
don't
best
want
thing.
to not respond to somebody, but it can be
Right.
challenging.
See, I have that problem too because I do go through TikTok sometimes. I do go through Facebook,
Yeah,
but
but you wind up calling everybody.
I'm like, I might as well just text them. They sent me the number. I might as well just text them rather than go through TikTok.
See,
or
like
Facebook.
me, I try to keep everything. A lot of times I try to do it through Instagram or through email because there's at least a paper trail for me to keep track of who's on when. Because that's a hard thing to keep track of now,
Yeah.
apparently.
Well, that's only because we've been doing this 4 years. And every time we turn around, we got somebody, oh, we want to come on. We want to come on.
Right.
And I'm like, Joe, what's the dates? I got to get back to you. No, give me the dates. I got to send them a date now. I'll send them a date. They'll get back to me 2 days. I said, bro, you told me you needed it now. Oh, yeah, I did. I said, that was like a week ago.
They're like, well, I still want that date. I'm like, that date's booked. Here's what I got open. Pick another day.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah,
you're booking that fast? I'm like, yeah, I'm booking that fast.
It's hard. I
And-
just want to respond. You know what I mean? And it's easy. Just pick up the phone and call me, and then I don't
Right.
miss it.
And Hyman, shout out to Ish. Ish was our first live guest that rolled his own cigars and spoke with us
It
right
was
there in the lounge.
actually, I believe you were rolling. Oscar was rolling the Marvel series, The Punisher.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe that's what he was
So
rolling.
he was our
Yeah.
very first guest. And right after we got him, and I'm not blowing his skirt up because I know he's got on no underwear. But anyways,
He probably don't
What's
even
up? What's up?
I don't even have
Come on,
shorts
come on.
on right now.
I do,
Oh.
motherfucker. I do.
Hey guys, say hello to Layla.
hey, Leva.
Hello.
What's up, Beba?
How are you?
¿Todo bien? ¿Cómo estamos?
So even
Oh, God.
him
love you,
being
baby.
the first time, which was 4 years ago, January 7th. 4 years ago,
Mhm.
January 7th, Ish is the one that put us where we are today.
Between that and getting picked up on the sports network for our Christmas and New Year's interview,
Right.
going into
That's incredible.
going into the week after that with Ish, just as far as the cigars go, put us kind of next level because they were there in person. They got to watch the rolling be done and the adding of the logos and the
I'm glad,
precise
guys.
cutout of Oscar with the little razor blade cutting everything out. And just to see that in person, no matter how many times you see it, it's still just as cool as the first time you saw it.
Yeah.
Because
So-
it's
And
such
we're
an
so
art.
glad that we help you guys. We're so glad.
I
Absolutely. Yes.
remember every part of this process. You know what I mean? Because it's been a journey, and the journey will continue. And looking back at pictures of when I was starting to design things, like I said, the artistic part of this to me is the most fun.
Ish
Yeah.
is the guy that does all his artist work. So Ish, talk to him about your artist stuff. Please.
About my artist.
Yeah, how you use the labels and all of that stuff.
Not
Well-
your ass, your artist.
I call him Michael Jackson because it looks exactly like Michael Jackson. And when Michael Jackson was alive, say, well, I was born like this. He made himself to look like me, so I'm the original. But yeah, this guy, I'm happy to have him in my factory. So each band that you want, a sticker, whatever you want to do, the price is about $1,500 easily. With me, because he's in the payroll, I don't charge to nobody. I pay him a little more, blah blah blah, but that's on me. And but think about it. We have the cigars, the labels, the cellophane, the boxes, the export, the import. What else you need?
Right.
So, and the cigars, to my knowledge, and what I hear, they're not terrible. They're okay. I guess they're okay.
So Hyman,
After this, I got one left.
Hyman, tell us and Ish is here. So tell us about your boxes and things like that. Like, how can they purchase them, and where can they buy them, and who can they buy them from?
GrouchyMonkeyCigars.com and Black Box Cigar Club as well. Like I said, I may venture out to some other cigar clubs as I grow, taking it slow, and just trying to continue to do things right.
And
That's
so,
good.
what is the going rate? And I'm only asking for us and for other consumers out there. What is the going rate if someone like myself and Joey wanted to start?
Oh, if you wanted to purchase, I can do wholesale for you guys or whatever. I listen, I send the cigars to podcasters and such so that they can try and make sure that they like, and if they like it, then we move forward from there. But yeah, everybody in the industry, I try to be respectful to. And,
You should.
I send out a lot of free cigars, but like I said, I want to get them in people's hands. Let them try, let them, give me honest feedback about it. So, yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, your cigars, and I've smoked 2 of them or 3 of them right now. And
You had 2. There's your third one right
that's
there.
my 3rd one. But I got to say, these have been, since my incident 3 weeks ago, I don't smoke like I used to, but these have been so good. And I tell you, when they came in, I smoked one.
Yeah.
And I was like, Joe, you can finish, you can have another one, whatever you want. And I went to go look in my bag, and there was only 2 left. I'm like, what happened
Because
to the
I
other 2
took out
cigars?
the other shipwrecked monkey. I knew it
It's the greatest compliment when people enjoy what you produced or had produced, shall we say, to be
Absolutely.
authentic.
Even with Ish sent me some cigars. He signed the boxes. I got those down in my basement now. They're in the basement with the other 13 freaking humidors I got there. I'm trying
Maybe one day it's worth something, I signed, so maybe one day.
I can't wait to try it. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to have it signed as well.
Listen, I will tell you, if you're gonna, besides trying all of his other stuff, try that. That amazing. It was probably one of my favorites so far.
Really?
Or that I've had my hands on.
What the hell is he blowing a horn next door?
He's blowing.
No, the fucking neighbor. I don't know what it's calling. It's everything is dry. It's nothing.
It's siesta time. It's a siesta horn.
Siesta. I now to pick up a helmet and go. Go to sleep, motherfucker. God damn.
So you see, Hyman, this is what I go through when I bring Ish on, his neighbors, guys like that,
But if Ish is a source of knowledge that he teaches me something new every time I talk to him.
Well, I'm the kind of guy that I get offended. I'm all about offending. Like, if you don't offend me, I'm offended. So,
Okay.
So,
Ish, offend him, Ish.
Okay, Hyman. So fuck you.
Thank you. fuck you too.
I couldn't get offended.
People are too freaking sensitive. That's the problem with the world today.
Oh God,
I agree with that. And you know what? It's like I always say, man, if I don't offend you, then you in the wrong podcast, because I offend everybody. I could say
even if it goes back to, like you said before, if you're offended by somebody trying to teach you something or tell you something, you're in the wrong business.
You're the problem, not the other person.
You're in the wrong business, correct.
Well, listen, when we first started this, Hyman, myself and Joey, we were supposedly offending people on the internet. And when we started this podcast, they go, oh, they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it.
Hold on. You stop offending people now? I didn't get that memo.
No.
So you stop
We've calmed down with a lot of the offending we used to do because we don't want it affecting business.
Well, we know that affecting people, fucking child molesters, fucking bullshit, fucking whatever. Fuck the no.
Oh wow.
Guys, you're watching this stereo. Fuck you all.
Wait, and speaking of, I guess I'll ask this question, Ish, because I had heard rumors from a few people. No, it's not a bad thing.
Go for it. Go for it. I don't care if he's good or he's bad.
No. Because being the I have the 1,000-yard stare. I had heard that he is no longer a company anymore. Somebody said
he's not a company no more, and I believe that HTA want to buy them out, but nothing happened.
Okay,
I took him out. I produce his cigars. So I said,
so
man,
why don't you just
right,
buy
no,
it?
I didn't know because somebody had mentioned it, and I was like, well, I said if Ish makes that cigar, I said when I get a chance to talk to Ish, I said I will ask him. But being that I have you here,
so what happened? I can make all his cigars, all of them, the whole quarter line. I can do it. I can't answer. He's in a bad position right now. Remember when he did for a living and this. So he's PTSD kind of person expecting soon. And he's not ready for the cigars. So I asked him, I said, listen, I will take your cigars. I will pay for the cigars. I will pay for the label. I will get ready. Take it away. I don't charge you. I don't pay you neither because I'm making the cigars, making the labels, making everything, blah, blah, blah. Never an answer. So actually, we don't know if the price is in a good place. It's not.
Right.
And who is that? What company, may I ask?
That is
Silent Hero Cigars.
Silent Hero Cigars.
They were actually on our podcast too when we
Yes.
first started.
If he isn't in a good place, we hope he gets there at some point.
Well, he was in a good place. He was
I
not
know he
drinking
did.
no more.
And then I know he was dealing with some stuff after
Right
that.
now, he's not. Right now, he's not in a good place. So
we
yes,
just wish him all the best is the best we can do.
absolutely.
Wish him all the best and hope that whatever he's going through, he comes out of on the other side. And, because again, I heard great things about his cigars. I just never had a chance to order them.
So, guys, on that note,
You have one right in there.
We'll be right back, Ish.
Go for it.
Right back.
Oh, hello. There's our stuff.
Where?
Where? With the commercial. Let's go. Nina, Nina, Nina. Dun, dun,
I'm
dun.
still here.
I wish there was some place that I could go where I got the promise to never be alone. These bars all have last call, and my friends, they ain't home. I wish there was some place that I could go with a heartache this big, a bottle this small. I don't think I'm ready to deal with it all. I need a 24-hour heartbreak saloon where they never have last call and play country tunes. When she walked out of my life, I nearly broke down.
just don't know when. But
Yo,
it'll be
what
exclusive.
is up? What is up? We are back with your
What's
favorite
going on,
host,
fuckers?
the big dog, the vanilla gorilla, Mr. Hyman Lagaza, and Mr. ISBAMF. This is an exclusive for YouTube. It could be 5-6 hours, whatever we want to do. I can stay on here all night. I don't care. But
Well,
anyway,
people got things to
Easy
do. But
now.
we're
I have
trying
to
to
eat,
hear.
okay? I have to eat. Easy now.
Yeah, I know. I gotta eat too. One thing I ate today was breakfast. Breakfast and a
I
couple
don't
of
really have breakfast. That's coffee. No, coffee. Yeah.
coffee and a cigar is breakfast.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
is.
whatever questions you got for Hyman, whatever questions you got for Ish, feel free to ask him.
I just look forward to meeting you in person at the festival. I can't wait to try
You
your
thinking-
cigars.
And Ish, make sure you give him some good cigars, right? You heard me? I said, make
Go
sure you
for
give
it.
Mr. Hyman some good cigars. You heard? Don't give him none of them shit boxes.
Yeah. I'll send you guys some more if you message me later today. I'll send you a few more cigars out to try.
Okay.
Okay,
If
thank
you
you.
guys would be interested in trying them.
Absolutely,
Sure,
we're always
absolutely.
open to trying some new stuff.
We're always open to try cigars. We're always open to try fresh blends without a label.
Yeah, if there's stuff you want us to try to give input in, you let us know, and
Yeah.
we try it. We don't mind.
I don't know why, but from the beginning of the business, I wasn't ever going to hand out one cigar to anyone without my band on it. I don't know why. It's just a personal thing. The Monkey is my brand.
That's
And
good.
I felt like if I'm ever going to hand out a cigar, it's going to have my band on it, you know?
So does that mean your budget cigars you said you're putting out, those are gonna have bands as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's a personal thing. It may not be, again, maybe not the best.
That's a good thing to ask because there's a lot of companies that will put out lower budget cigars sometimes without the bands.
Yeah, unbanded or whatever.
That's why I asked.
I don't know. I feel like it means something to me. So, you know, every time that Monkey's out is a good thing. You know, maybe it's not exactly the best business idea. I don't know, but I do what I feel right in my heart. You know. So
what do you think of that about? Even you do it without bands. Then when you text, what's this? And I tell you, that's just a cigar I put out. I want you to give me a feedback. Am I correct, Ish? Did you hear me?
Yeah.
So if he sends a cigar without a band, how does it work? Is that good or is that bad?
All depends who's in it and what the purpose is to try cigars, so you don't have information in your head saying it's coming from this factory, this brand, this. That's good. So not showing on messages. So you want to try a cigar that you never tried before. It should be without the band. It should be.
Okay.
So you don't put, it's Nicaraguan tobacco, it's Dominican tobacco, it's Honduras tobacco, it's Ecuador tobacco, it's Puerto Rico tobacco. No. Boom.
I
smoke
respect
it.
that.
That's it.
Yeah, I respect that. I just, in my heart, it's just some part of the love of doing what I do, the artistic aspect of it. So I respect that. You know, I go with what my heart tells me.
Absolutely.
And that's understandable.
No, and everybody, you know, especially I look at it as if it's a new blend you're trying, or you know, a new blend you're trying to have somebody try that's not out yet, that you're getting ready to produce. Like I had somebody send me a while ago, they sent me 6 blends of cigars that they were trying to, you know, they were trying to narrow down what the good one, you know, what everybody liked. And the way they sent them was, the 6 of them, and they each had like a paper band, and it said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, wasn't that
Yes.
Wolfpack?
No, it was one of the other guys that used to be there.
Used to be there.
And he had just sent them that way, and he was like, "Hey, give me your feedback. Let me know what you think." And even if you do something like that, it's still it's still having a band. But I understand what you're saying is you'd rather have your brand on it as well. You'd rather people, look in and say, "Hey, this is from Grouchy Monkey. It's a new blend coming out." And that may not even be the band that you're gonna put on it when it comes out.
Right. And if it's for a purpose, I understand not having a band on it. But if I'm handing out a cigar to someone, I like having a band on it. If it was for blind testing, I understand. That's a different story,
Right. No, 100%. And that's why, it's always interesting to find out when they do, when people do budget cigars, if they're going to put a band on it, because I've seen a lot of companies not put bands on them.
Yeah. They do. A lot of the bundles don't have bands. Again, it's a cost. Now you're banding each one. Now you're adding a band. But I don't know. That's part of the beauty of cigars to me, too, is the artwork that goes with it. Like, for instance, Aladino, the artwork that they put on their boxes is absolutely beautiful. It's just magnificent. Yes. Look, cigars are, to me, not just about smoking the cigar. It's about community. It's about history. It's about the artwork involved in it. I don't know, just my personal opinion.
It might take you by surprise, Hyman. Do you know who makes Aladino cigars?
Who's that? You?
I know a guy.
Oh, okay.
I know a guy.
Okay. But I respect that, and I love their artwork. It's magnificent, nothing short of magnificent. They make their presentation of their cigar box more than just great cigars, and they are fabulous cigars. But their artwork is just beautiful, and it adds to what this experience is about.
But anyways, my wife, my mother is going to be like, "Hey,
come on.
No, we don't have lunch yet." I'm from Spain, so
I guess you should go eat then, Ish.
We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, yes, guys.
We'll be talking to you guys on. Appreciate you, Hammond. I'll send you my information as soon as we have.
Please do.
Guys,
Ish, thank you. With respect to you.
Yes.
I look
My
forward
pleasure.
to meeting you.
My pleasure.
Can't wait.
Ish.
You're right, guys. So, see you soon.
Take care. Thank you.
And thank you guys so much.
Yes, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate it.
So,
thank you,
send
my
me
brother.
the information. I'll have some cigars sent to you in the morning.
All right. Thank you,
sir.
Have a good night,
guys. You too, guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature broadcast beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.